Hey guys, today on People Now, how Lori Loughlin's daughters are facing life in the wake of that college admissions scandal.
We're decoding T Swift's new album. What is she telling us about her relationship with Joe Alwyn?
Miley Cyrus setting the record straight with a passionate Instagram post, and Madonna has the best response.
You've won an inn located in New Zealand.
Christina, Milian, and Adam Demos give us all the scoop on their romance in the new movie Falling in Love.
And the Lunchbox Dad is helping my girls and me punch up the kids' lunches with some fun tips and tricks.
Live today on People Now.
Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to People Now. It's Friday. We made it.
Yes!
Diana is here, fill in for Andrea. Great to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Andrea's in San Francisco, like doing a hot air balloon and stuff.
Oh, nice. And you've got your daughters here today.
My daughters are here today. My little girls are here, which
little ones.
makes me anxious, right?
I get it. I have a son, and it's always like, oh, he's being good for now.
No, I'm very excited to have them here, though. I'm so pumped for them. We're going to be making some really cool lunches. It's back to school season, making the lunch boxes more fun. We've got a pro in the house to help us with that, so it's going to be great.
Some healthy stuff, too.
Here we go. One of the most controversial arguments in pop culture, you know about this. Were Ross and Rachel from Friends really on a break? I'm sure you woke up this morning wondering about this. If you need a refresher, in season 3 of Friends, it was a show, Ross and Rachel were finally together, but after a few arguments, decided to take a break, all right? So then Rachel calls Ross in the middle of the night to tell him that she doesn't want them to be on a break anymore, while Ross was already finding comfort in the arms of another woman. Quite scandalous at the time. So was Ross in the wrong here? Rachel did seem to think so.
Well, a new poll conducted by the dating app Plenty of Fish shows that out of 1,865 Friends fans, 60% believe that they were on a break. Were they? Weren't they? We want to hear what you think about this. Answer our People poll or tweet us with the hashtag PeopleNow.
We're going to check in on the results and see what you think about this burning topic that you lost sleep over last night before we head into the weekend. So
every day.
Yeah, stick around for that. Here's what you need to know and what's trending for today. Watch.
This season of Ballers will be our final and very last season of the show.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson letting fans of the hit HBO series Ballers know that Sunday's season premiere will be its last. Johnson posted the announcement video on Instagram with a caption that reads, "My heart is full of gratitude to all of you for rocking with us every season. You made us HBO's highest rated comedy for years, and most importantly, you helped create and sustain a platform for other actors to have the opportunity to work hard, grow, and become household names." In the video, the actor also acknowledges why he wanted to take on the project in the first place. Take a listen.
I want to say thank you so much. My heart is full of gratitude. It overrunneth. My heart cuppeth, overrunneth. You know, a little bit of a backstory. 5 years ago when they came to me with this idea of Ballers, at that time there were no movie actors or movie stars really doing television. And at that time, I really didn't want to concern myself with what was happening traditionally. I didn't want to trailblaze, but I certainly wanted to disrupt.
I'm assuming that's a coastal breeze. That's
pretty heavy breeze.
Standing in. At the end of the video, Johnson cheers to the series and the fans with a nice glass of tequila, looking good. The football comedy ran for 5 seasons, with Johnson serving as one of the executive producers alongside Mark Wahlberg. News of the series ending comes on the heels of Johnson being named Hollywood's highest paid male actor for the 2nd year in a row. Listen to this. According to Forbes, the former wrestler earned an estimated $89.4 million in the last 12 months, thanks to his roles in the Fast and Furious spinoff Hobbs and Shaw, the 2018 action film Skyscraper, and of course from Ballers, for which he gets paid $700,000 per episode. You can make that work. He also just got married, so things going well for The Rock. Now watch this.
We go together like
These two still proving that they go together. John Travolta shared some love for his Grease co-star Olivia Newton-John on Thursday night at the red carpet premiere for his new film, The Fanatic. When he was asked about Newton-John, who spent the past few years facing cancer, Travolta told Entertainment Tonight, quote, "She looks incredible. She doesn't look any different than she did years ago, and I'm very proud of her." Travolta and Newton-John remained close friends since they starred as Danny and Sandy in the beloved 1978 film adaptation of the musical Grease. Of course, Grease 40 years ago now, which is hard to believe.
One of my favorite movies of all time. When I was a little girl, I always wanted that transformative moment of being like the good girl to the bad girl.
Did it happen?
I wore like wannabe leather pants.
Oh, that's the
leather,
telltale
and
sign,
I put on
right?
red lipstick, and I was just like, "Tell me about it, stud." And the boy looked at me like I was crazy.
Didn't quite. It's different on
No.
screen. Doesn't always translate to real life.
It
Lesson
did
learned.
not.
Anyway, these two, they later shared the screen again in the 1983 romance Two of a Kind. They've reunited many times in the past, most recently last August for Greece's 40th anniversary screening, where they hugged and they posed together on the red carpet. They opened up about their enduring friendship in People's Greece 40th Anniversary Special Edition issue, with Newton-John saying in part, "We did something life-changing making that film. At the premiere, you got the feeling from the energy that something was happening. It was a huge response. I feel grateful to have been a part of that and to have worked with him. We've stayed friends ever since." Newton-John is currently battling stage 4 breast cancer. This is her third time facing the disease. She was first diagnosed in 1992 and secretly overcame it again in 2013. But in May of 2017, she was told the cancer had metastasized and spread to her bones. Even though the cancer is now more aggressive than ever, Newton-John told 60 Minutes Australia earlier this month she still believes that she can win. She says, "I'm getting strong again, so I'm good. I'm back to full force again." And we wish her all the best, of course. Celebrities using social media to help raise awareness about the devastating fires that are burning in the Amazon rainforest in Brazil. You can see these fires from space at this point. CNN reporting the Amazon forest produces about 20% of the world's oxygen, and it's often called the planet's lungs. According to the World Wildlife Fund, if the rainforest is damaged, it could start emitting carbon, the major driver of climate change. Environmentalists and researchers say that the wildfires were set by cattle ranchers and loggers who want to clear and utilize the land for economic reasons, which is allegedly encouraged by the country's pro-business president. Now, the fires have been burning for 3 weeks at this point. Celebs across social media posting calls to action. Jaden Smith is encouraging people to talk about the fires by posting a picture of the blaze captioned, "The Amazon rainforest is on fire. This is terrible. It's one of the biggest carbon sinks in the world. Spread the word." Madonna sharing this image of a wall of fire with the forest filled with smoke. She also calls out the Brazilian president directly, saying in part, "This is a devastation to Brazil, to the indigenous people who live there, and the plant and animal species that make this the most important biodiverse forest. President Bolsonaro, please change your policies and help not only your country, but the entire planet. No economic development is more important than protecting this land." That was her quote. Zoe Kravitz is drawing attention to the lack of coverage the fires have gotten by posting a meme that compares it to the widely covered Notre Dame fire in France. She captioned it, quote, "This is truly crazy, the lack of coverage, care and respect for our mother." Brazilian models Gisele Bündchen and Adriana Lima both sharing their heartbreak and disbelief as well, posting photos of the rainforest ablaze. If you'd like to help the Amazon and the environment overall, the World Wildlife Fund has some suggestions. They say help educate other people about what's going on and how important the Amazon is. It's home to 10% of the Earth's species. They also suggest becoming a discerning consumer by asking how your food and other purchases are produced and where the products come from. And they say you can reduce your use of fossil fuels by supporting renewable energy. We can, of course, all do a little something that can help out in this cause. All right, let's move on to this, our People cover story. A source telling People that Lori Loughlin's daughters, Olivia Jade and Isabella Rose, prefer laying low amid the college admissions scandal, explaining, quote, "Olivia and Bella continue to spend a lot of time with friends. They visit people's houses or have friends over. They prefer this to going out." A longtime friend of Loughlins reveals that Olivia and Bella both have a big group of friends, none of whom have turned on them. According to the friend, it's the opposite. The source also reveals that YouTube star Olivia is planning a comeback when the time is right, but for now, she just needs to lay low until the trial is over. On March 12th, the U.S. Attorney's Office in Massachusetts announced that it had indicted Loughlin and her husband, Massimo Giannulli, in the shocking nationwide scam dubbed Operation Varsity Blues. They've been charged with mail fraud and money laundering, to which they've pled not guilty. Loughlin and Giannulli allegedly paid $500,000 to admissions consultant William Rick Singer to falsely designate daughters Olivia Jade and Isabella Rose as recruits to the University of Southern California crew team, though neither actually participated in the sport. The source tells us, quote, "Lori and her family are doing as well as they can while waiting for the trial to begin." And they add, quote, "They've been trying to enjoy the summer, but the focus is definitely on that court case." Loughlin and Giannulli are due back in court August 27th. They're expected to waive their rights to separate attorneys, as both are being represented by attorneys from the same law firm, in order to put forth a united front. All right, watch this. There's a quick pop from Taylor Swift's new music video, Lover. It came out Thursday. Her new album with the same name dropped at midnight on Friday. Jam-packed with so many Easter eggs that we're going to be talking about a little later in the show. We're mulling it all over, line for line. The much-anticipated album even got record exec Scooter Braun's attention. He praised Taylor weeks after their feud over his purchase of her former label. He congratulated Taylor on Twitter, calling the album brilliant. The release of Lover comes after weeks of drama between Scooter and Taylor. In late June, the musician wrote a scathing note following the announcement of Scooter and Scott Borchetta's $300 million deal that saw Scooter taking control of Taylor's music catalog. Taylor accused Scooter of manipulative bullying over the years, and the weeks following became one big he said, she said that we followed very closely. However, in a clip of an interview with CBS Sunday Morning, Taylor revealed she absolutely will re-record her first 6 albums to regain control over her masters. Pretty surprising move to many people, including me. During Taylor's appearance on Good Morning America with Robin Roberts on Thursday, Taylor explained that she was especially proud of this particular record because it's the first album that she's ever owned. The album is complete with touching tributes to her boyfriend Joe Alwyn and a heartbreaking song about her mom Andrea's battle with cancer. Taylor also appears as Vogue's September issue cover star. She tells the mag how Lover feels like a new beginning, and she adds, "This album is really a love letter to love in all of its maddening, passionate, exciting, enchanting, horrific, tragic, wonderful glory." Lover is, of course, out now, and coming up, as we said, we're going to be decoding Taylor's dreamy and romantic album, Lover. Stick around for that very thorough breakdown.
Yes,
but first, Diana,
thorough.
you've got a lot for us in Star Trek.
I do. We're kicking off Star Trek today with some unexpected support from Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus has received tons of support from her friends and fans following her split from Liam Hemsworth. Now it's Madonna's turn. Miley posted a long message to social media about herself and her relationship with Liam, to which Madonna replied on Instagram, quote, "Thank God you are human, a woman who has lived. No need to apologize." Miley's Thursday message addressed the split from a few different angles. She denied cheating allegations surrounding her 7-month-long marriage to Hemsworth and even shared revelations about her previous life, which included past infidelities, career lows, and her overall behavior. Let's break it down. In Miley's Instagram post, she owns up to all the wrongdoings in her life. She starts out saying, "I can accept that the life I've chosen means I must live completely open and transparent with my fans who I love and the public 100% of the time." She admits to experimenting with drugs, partying in her teens, and cheating. She also reveals that she lost a massive Walmart deal at 17 for smoking a bong. She refers to her music video for Wrecking Ball saying, "I swung on a wrecking ball naked," then adds, quote, "There are probably more nudes of me on the internet than maybe any woman in history." But Miley is holding strong on one point in particular, saying, quote, "Once Liam and I reconciled, I meant it, and I was committed. There are no secrets to uncover here." She says she loves Liam and always will, but that she had to make a healthy decision for herself to leave the relationship. Miley admits that she is the healthiest and happiest she's been in a long time. She leaves everyone with this: "You can say I am a twerking, pot-smoking, foul-mouthed hillbilly, but I am not a liar. I am proud to say I am simply in a different place from where I was when I was younger."
I love that.
Yeah, own it, girl. Miley also admitted something surprising about why she was replaced in the movie Hotel Transylvania by Selena Gomez. In the Twitter thread, Miley claimed she was kicked off the production because she was photographed with a penis cake, which she says was for her Hemsworth's birthday. Sony Pictures did not immediately respond to people's requests for comment. If you haven't yet seen all of the tweets, they are definitely worth checking out. Now, watch this.
Gina, are you eating your aunt's hand? Slowly but surely.
Amy Schumer's sweet baby boy Gene has found a new treat, his aunt's hands. On Friday, Amy posted an adorable video to her Instagram feed of her 3-month-old son, who shares with her husband, Chris Fisher, highlighting their baby's latest fascination. The clip shows Schumer's sister Kim creating her little nephew as he decides to nibble on her finger. Amy captioned, "Gene treats Kim's hand like porn." In addition to hanging out with his auntie, Gene has had a pretty exciting summer filled with some beach days and snuggles from mom and dad. Last week, Amy shared adorable photos of their sun-soaked day at the beach in both shots, one of her main feed and one on her Instagram story. The mother-son duo looked inseparable while relaxing on the shore. Young Gene locked eyes with the camera in both, smiling in one photo as he rested on his mother's chest and lying on his back in Amy's lap in the other. He wore a short-sleeve sailboat printed onesie and a matching blue boat hat fit for the beach. It's so
adorable.
Babies, gotta love him. Amy and her husband Chris welcomed their baby boy early May. Such an exciting time for this family. Kids do like the cutest things at
No,
that age.
and I love that they said treats the hand like corn.
Like corn.
Just devouring it.
He's teething.
He's teething. Yeah, that's right.
Moving on now to Sir Rod Stewart, who is teaching us not all breakups have to be ugly. Who knew? The singer seems to be on good terms with 4 of the 5 mothers of his 8 children. Yep, you heard that right. The picture that you're seeing here was taken at the 40th birthday party of his daughter, Kimberly Stewart, in LA. It's believed to be the first time that the women have all been seen together. Picture there on the left is Alana Stewart, who was Rod's first wife and Kimberly's mom. They were married for 5 years, from 1979 to 1984. In addition to Kimberly, they also share a son named Sean. Fun fact, Alana was also married to George Hamilton back in the 70s. Gotta love George. Next in the photo is Rod's current wife, Penny Lancaster, who he's been married to since 2007. They share 2 children, Alistair and Aiden. Flanking his left side is model Kelly Emberg. She and Rod never married, but they do share a daughter, Ruby, who is a singer-songwriter following in her dad's footsteps. And then there's Rachel Hunter, the supermodel, who was married to Rod the longest, for 16 years, from 1990 to 2006. They share 2 children, Renee and Liam. Kelly, Ruby's mom, is the one who shared the smiley snapshot, captioning it in part with the cheeky phrase, "A mother's reunion." Notably missing from the occasion was Susanna Horde, who shares a child with a 74-year-old who was put up for adoption. The two never reconciled, though their daughter, Sarah Streeter, has reconciled with her dad. And although all the women pictured seem to be on good terms with Sir Rod, the only one who can go by Lady Stewart is current wife Penny. That's because the musician wasn't knighted until 3 years ago. And those are your star tracks for today.
It's all timing.
Yes.
Timing thing for the sir and the lady. All
Yeah,
right.
gotta
Stay
get
with
married.
stay with us, guys. We'll be live from LA with Christina Milian and Adam Demos, the stars of the new movie Falling in Love. Plus, we're going back to school with the Lunchbox Dad. He's got creative tips for next level packed lunches. We are getting some help from 2 very special guests, my little girls. They're here. Stick around.
Inspired by a new survey, we've been throwing it back to season 3 of Friends and asking you if you think Ross and Rachel Friends were on a break when Ross hooked up with another woman. Let's take a look at our People poll results.
Yes, on a break. See, this is, and she kind of acknowledges it in her response. I don't want to, like that she didn't want to be on a break anymore. That's sort of it.
See, Twitter user Janice Davies says, yes, they were on a break, but come on, Ross, you didn't have to do that.
What, if it would have been the other way, would we have been mad? I don't know. Ross, he was trying to move on. His heart was broken.
No, this is not how you do it, though. You give it at least a couple months because you want everything to kind of settle down, see where your head's at.
This is why there's tension. Unwritten rules. Keep voting, guys. We want to know more of what you think, but for now, we move on to this. Watch.
And all wells that ends well is end up with you. People can't stop talking about Taylor Swift's new song and 7th album titled Lover. The Grammy winner is revealing details of her ultra-private relationship with her lover of 3 years, actor Joe Alwyn.
Very steamy. On the 6th track, I Think He Knows, Taylor sings about Joe knowing that she's fallen for him with the lyrics, quote, "He got that boyish look that I like in a man."
I like that lyric.
That's a good lyric.
It is a good lyric. On the new bop Paper Rings, Taylor doesn't shy away from declaring that Joe is the one, with lyrics like, "I like shiny things, but I'd marry you with paper rings." In another deeply personal track, Cornelia Street, Taylor reveals a vulnerable side with lyrics like, "I hope I never lose you, I hope it never ends, I never walk Cornelia Street again," imagining what it would be like if they ever broke up. Aw, sad emoji. She also adds that she initially thought Joe was leading her on with the lyrics, "I packed my bags, left Cornelia Street, before you even knew I was gone, but then you called, showed your hand, I turned around before I hit the tunnel."
I feel like we're kind of, it's a whole journey here, right?
Yeah.
I like Lover is my favorite, and it's for a weird reason. I feel like it sounds a lot like Fade Into You, the old song, Fade Into You.
Do you think she might have?
I don't know, but that draws me to it. But these little Easter eggs are drawing me in even more. Here's another. Taylor traditionally makes the last track of her albums the most emotionally complex. Lover isn't any different with her song Daylight. Lover the album, Daylight the track. The song reveals to Taylor's fans that she has found true happiness after all of her ups and downs with the lyrics, quote, "I once believed love would be burning red, but it's golden like daylight."
That's beautiful.
Full circle. She concludes Daylight with a voice memo. "I want to be defined by the things that I love." Listen, I really am here for it. I like this version of Taylor.
I have gone through the Taylor Swift emotional journey of her falling in love, breaking up, the fan scrutiny of it. I'm happy that she is in this place where she's declaring she has found the one and she is in love.
You were saying that you even felt heartbreak at the same time she did.
Yeah,
at some points.
yeah, and I'm not even like a super fan. I'm just like a B-level fan. So the super fan must be ecstatic after a life-changing few years. Yeah. Taylor makes it clear with her new music that she's in the best place she's ever been and found the true love she's been writing about since she was a teen.
All right, good for her.
Yep.
We'll be listening. Watch
Get
this.
that ring, girl.
Randall, tries so hard to get you to like him. And honestly, I've always wondered if the reason that you never bonded with him was because he was adopted. But you've made it alarmingly clear that it's because he's black.
And they pull you into the intensity immediately. We are continuing to spotlight some of this year's Emmy-nominated stars and their shows in this week's issue of People. Today, we're talking This Is Us. As the show's many fans know, This Is Us is a heartwarming and deeply emotional story about a very unique set of triplets, their struggles, and their parents. The show has earned 9 Emmy noms this year.
Mandy Moore is a first-time Emmy nominee for lead actress this year. She stars as Rebecca Pearson, the family's matriarch, where her TV husband is the very talented Milo Ventimiglia. Mandy dished to us all about her and Milo's delicious relationship off camera.
Milo is an incredible snacker. He'll look at me and he'll be like, snack attack? I'll be like, snack attack. And we'll go to craft service. And he has a different palate than I do. I think we both encourage each other when the time is right to sort of up the sugar ante. And we'll do like nerds and sweet tarts, which is definitely not like my go-to. But for some reason, Milo brings that out in me.
Love hearing from her. The 4th season of This Is Us will premiere later this year. Mandy spends the most of her time on set with her on-screen daughter, Chrissy Metz, and she gushed over what it's like to work with her. Watch.
Chrissy. I call Chrissy Mitzi. I don't know, it's just become like a little nickname in hair and makeup. I love me some Mitzi. Same thing, it's like, it's funny. Maybe it's the nature of the show and the material, but we all can really like dig into stuff with each other and talk about like, you know, the real stuff that's happening in our lives. And she's probably the person that I do it with the most, just because I spend the most amount of time with her. She's also hilarious. Like, she's really good at like doing voices and characters, and she'll like bust into, you know, some sort of funny voice or something unexpectedly, and she always has me giggling.
All right, Prince William, Kate Middleton, and the kids surprised passengers Thursday on a commercial flight to Scotland on their way to the Queen's Scottish castle. Here to give us all the details on that and more are People's senior news editor, Erin Hill, and our royal correspondent, Imogen Lloyd-Webber. Good to see you both.
Good to see you.
Thanks for being here, Erin. Let's start with you. How did they work this out, and why weren't our social media feeds flooded with photos of them on the plane?
Even passengers on the plane were shocked when, at the end of the flight, they saw them getting off the plane and walking on the tarmac. So what it looks like is that the royal family got on the plane after everyone else was seated, and it was just sort of a roped off area in the front of this flight.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so they were able to go unnoticed.
So it wasn't like people were walking by. They didn't board first, like first class. Everyone's walking by, like snapping a photo, they get a selfie real quick. Take 3 hours to board a small plane.
Yeah.
While we're talking about plane travel, earlier this week, of course, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle got a lot of heat, took a private jet to France, the south of France. A lot of celebrities came to their defense, aside from Elton John, who actually supplied the plane, we found out. But a lot of the American celebrities kind of supported them. Imogen, being from the UK, do you think the criticism was fair, and what is the consensus among the Brits?
Okay, here's the thing, Jeremy. I think it's one of those topics where everybody has a valid perspective. Obviously, Elton's perspective, good friends with Princess Diana. Diana died 22 years ago, essentially on some levels because of media intrusion. So he's going, I was there protecting Meghan and Harry.
Right.
You've obviously got American celebrities coming out protecting Meghan because I think she has absolutely faced prejudice, and it's right that they speak up. You also have a very sensitive time in Britain at the moment. You have to remember that royals are not celebrities. Royals are there
for people in the UK.
People in the UK. They're paid for by the British taxpayer. So at the moment, the Brits are facing Brexit. There are literally headlines saying there might be food rationing. So getting on 4 private jets in 11 days, which is what Harry and Meghan did, they're going to come in for criticism.
It's bad timing, bad optics, right?
Doesn't look great.
Yeah.
Bad optics. And that feeds into the fact that they got a free house off the Queen. They then used $3 million of public money to do that, to renovate their house. It
makes sense. So from the UK perspective, there's a lot more involved in terms of money and how monies are being spent and things. But Erin, from the US perspective, like you said, like Imogen said, there's an American sensibility of them being celebrities, leave them alone, that kind of thing.
When it comes to the environmental criticisms, Elton John said he did make this flight carbon neutral. That was definitely taken into account given Meghan and Harry's stance on that. Also, this is Archie's first flight. He's 3 months old. What we saw with Kate and William, the kids were photographed coming off the plane. Passengers could very well see them. So they're taking care for some of Archie's first flights.
Yeah.
And also, this is a longer flight. I mean, Kate and William's flight was an hour to Scotland. So they're taking different care.
A lot of different factors there. Do you think that William and Kate's choice to fly commercial just now had anything to do with what happened in the backlash with Harry and Meghan?
I don't, just given the time it takes to put something like this together, the security involved. This is planned months in advance, both of their travels. So I don't think this is something they quickly turned around and changed within a matter of days.
And royals take a mixture of charter flights and regular flights. And they also know that the Brits love seeing them on public transport. Every year in and year out, we do that. Lovely story about the Queen going on a Christmas holiday, Sandringham, and she turns up at the train station with everybody else, gets on a normal train with a normal train seat, maybe with a red box. It's good PR. The royals know that, mostly.
And it's worth noting that William and Kate have taken private jets before and commercial. Harry as well, Meghan as well. So it's not all the time.
It's just kind of this particular time fell at a moment that it really sparked
I can't emphasize enough how difficult the situation is in Britain for Brits. I mean, to be told you might have food rationing, which hasn't happened since World War II. It's a horrifying political situation.
It's an exceptional moment.
Really difficult time for them.
Criticism aside, Harry and Meghan had this incredible, spectacular vacation in the south of France. Aaron, what did their vacation look like? What were they doing while they were there? And what's next in terms of travel for them?
Yeah, so this was a relaxing getaway courtesy of Elton John and his 1920s style villa in the south of France, which is just gorgeous. We've seen shots of it.
Sounds okay.
Yeah, yellow deco style. He's got Egyptian statues in the pool. There's a tower room with billowing curtains overlooking the Mediterranean. I mean, it's an oasis, so this is definitely a relaxing time to get away.
Sounds amazing. My goodness. We learned this week that Meghan and Harry have hired a new chief of staff. It's a diplomat named Fiona McIlwam. She doesn't start until next month. But Imogen, what are her duties going to look like? How involved in their lives is she?
Yeah, so she's a top-level diplomat and we're heading up the team of Communications Secretary Sarah Latham and Deputy Private Secretary Heather Wong. They've obviously got a lot to do. McIlwam made her name as a diplomat when she was posted to Albania in 2009, becoming one of the UK's youngest ever ambassadors. So one of her first major roles will be to join the entourage accompanying Harry and Meghan on their tour of South Africa and Harry's visits to Angola, Botswana and Malawi.
So she's got quite a track record.
She does.
A lot of experience, and so it'll be interesting to kind of start tracking along. Well, I'm sure we will track along with her.
Trio of strong women as well. I absolutely love that. Typical Meghan. Trio of strong women surrounding her.
Yeah. On Wednesday, we got a first look at Meghan's new capsule collection of women's workwear. We've talked some about this in the past, but it all benefits her patronage, SmartWorks. It's a charity that helps women land jobs. Aaron, give us some details on the collection. Any surprises in what we've seen now?
Yeah, so this is a really candid Instagram story that Meghan posted of her surprising a bunch of women who came to the first photo shoot for this collection. And so we got while we didn't see the full collection, we got to see a little sneak peek of her detailing some of the outfits with belts. It looked like very structured, classic looks. So we saw a dark dress in one of the shots. So we haven't really seen it full on, but just to see the vibe behind it, how this is real women coming to these photo shoots to take part in it. So it's really exciting.
And then smart move on her part to kind of get more buzz going in anticipation of the full rollout here. Almost time to go back to school. Even if you're a royal, we found out that Prince George's school curriculum has been announced. It looks pretty intense for a 6-year-old, honestly. Imogen, walk us through what he's going to be learning this year.
So core subjects you expect, such as math, English, science, history, and geography. He will also be taught religious studies, French, computing, art, design, technology, music, drama, PE, and ballet, which apparently he loves. I think taking after Granny Diana there.
I'm exhausted.
Ballet.
If computing means he's going to be on an iPad for an hour, my daughters also take computing. All right.
George will be sent back to the palace with 10 minutes of reading homework each night. In addition, a spelling rule will also be sent home each week. 20 minutes of another task may be set on occasion. Number bonds, times tables, a short written activity or a creative research or practical activity. And Princess Charlotte, we should add, we're going to get a photo call, which I think we're going to be very excited about. Princess Charlotte is going to be joining Prince George for the first time at school.
That is going to be really nice.
So I'm looking forward to that photo call.
I hope they have a staff of people to help with all that work. That curriculum's
it's like
a lot.
Graduate program. This is a lot. But we hear that he's he loves school. He's known as George Cambridge with the kids, and Charlotte's really excited to join George at the big school this year. So it's going to be really sweet.
We're going to be looking for those photos. Ladies, thank you for being here.
See.
What can we get you?
Directions to Bellbird Valley Farm. I'm the new owner.
In from America, right? I bet there's an intriguing backstory to your arrival.
Well, after losing my job and my boyfriend in San Francisco, I entered a win and in contest.
You've won an inn, located in New Zealand.
So, a 13-hour flight to Auckland and 3 bus rides later.
All right, talk about a bit of a rocky start there. That was a look at Netflix's new rom-com, Falling in Love, with the amazing Christina Milian and Adam Demos, who are joining us live from our LA studio. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. How you doing?
Oh, we're great. Thank you.
Good. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
That was fun to watch.
It's so good. Yeah, well,
It's fun every time.
The whole thing's a lot of fun. We've all seen a rom-com or two in our lives. What, to you, makes this one more special and unique?
Ooh, man. Well, I think, first off, we have impeccable chemistry. I mean, you just can't resist the chemistry between Adam and I.
Same.
But it's true, we had such an amazing time working on this. But I think for me, I think what brought this, made this different for us when we were doing this rom-com is like the comedy factor.
Yeah.
We spruced it up, and Roger Cumbo, our director, you explain. I can talk for hours about it, but.
No, it was good. I mean, yeah, it's us. And we became friends instantly, so the chemistry was really cool and easy. And then Roger added his little quirky hits in there, and then we also had goats and all sorts of things. So, but yeah, so it separates it a little bit, but yeah, and it's also got so much heart too. So.
Absolutely. And New Zealand was such a great setting.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never shot a comedy and such a beautiful place. You can really take the fish out of water concept and take it all the way across the world into this most beautiful place. You really get to just dive into the environment, into the people, and bring that world to life within the movie.
I like the goat part.
Yes, absolutely. In the film,
Yeah.
Christina, your character has to flip it in with the help of Adam's character. Adam used to work in construction, so this concept isn't too far-fetched for you. But would either of you get into the house flipping industry?
Oh.
Well, I probably wouldn't, because when I was working construction, I was a labourer, so I didn't really know what I was doing apart from swinging a hammer and handing the tradesmen tools. So I'll leave that to the professionals. But yeah, I don't know.
Oh, come on, Adam. You're going to help me flip a house.
You've got the style, so I'll be the labourer.
We're going to flip a house right after this.
No,
That'll be the new reality.
I'm telling you, I can see it. Like you said, all you really need is chemistry, and then we'll bring in a team to actually do the hard stuff. It's fine, whatever. Anyway,
I'd watch.
Let's talk about this. The cast became really close friends while filming this. At least that's what we hear. Tell me a little bit about that. What's going on when you're not shooting, when you're hanging out on set?
Oh man, well, I mean, first off, I mean, there's a lot of like little dinners and stuff that happen after work, because we're working for pretty much, you know, every scene we're in 24/7. But like when we were filming in Thames, we would sometimes go back to our villas, or what would you call that? That was like on the water, like a campground, cabins. And they were on the water, and you would see the most beautiful sundown.
Yeah.
Adam always had like a bottle of wine.
Well,
and you'd sit. You always did, come on.
Guys, that's like the most romantic set I've ever heard of in my life. Unbelievable.
It was easy to get used to. But I also think when we're in scenes together, every scene together, and we were all away from home and working all day together and still wanting to hang out post-work, it goes to show how close we all got. So yeah, it was really cool. I mean, couldn't have done it with a better bunch of people in my mind.
Yeah. And not only people though, because Christina, you got to work with goats for this role. I imagine that working with animals can be just a little unpredictable. How nervous were you for that?
Oh, I wasn't nervous at all. First off, I'm an animal lover. I love, part of the excitement of me even reading the script and getting to New Zealand was me reading about this goat and then laughing my butt off the whole time I was reading the script. So I was actually super excited to get over there and work with the goats. There were twin goats. They were both girls. They were sisters, obviously, but they were, you know, very professional. I was very surprised. You know, you would have these scenes where you're just like interacting and you're like screaming or you're shocked and stuff, and they're just like, meh.
You're like, on cue.
You get these awesome moments where their ears would go up, but they were very professional. They're a ton of fun to work with. I'd work with the goats any day, and I feel like they're following me everywhere I go now because I see goats everywhere.
By the way, note for fans.
I do.
A note for fans of Christina Milian: if you ever see her in public, just bring up goats, and she's going to be more excited to talk to you than ever. Adam, let's talk about this. Fans may remember you from the hit Unreal. You're still really close with that cast. When you think back to your time on that show, what stands out to you the most? What did you love about that?
Well, it was my first experience working overseas on a show, so that was a really cool thing to do, you know, and just being a fan of the show before actually getting the role, and then all of a sudden stepping on set and working with the likes of Constance Zimmer, who is just one of the best ever. And so having those experiences, but then leaving the show with lifelong friends like her and Jeffrey, that's surpasses being on set, you know? Like same with Christina. When you get to work with people and enjoy the process, but then take friends away from that, I mean, that's pretty special.
That is pretty special. Christina, we can't let you go without talking about your baby boy. How's the pregnancy going?
Oh, it's going great. It's exciting. I'm so excited. Honestly, being pregnant with a boy, I mean, I have no morning sickness. Everything's been fine. My belly, even like I carry it different than a girl. It's kind of weird to explain all that, but
no, I get it.
But yeah,
I have a son.
having a boy is pretty awesome soon. Yeah, oh, you do? Okay. Yes, you know, like I don't know, something's different about it. I've had a girl. I have my beautiful daughter Violet, and she's super excited. She's 9 years old, so I got a little mini mom on the side that's gonna help me out.
She'll be your little helper.
We're excited. I'm starting to feel little kicks and flutters now.
That is such a special moment. What's the weirdest pregnancy craving you get?
Oh wow, the weirdest.
Well, I'll take this one from here. I had a real craving for chocolate.
Well, you know, I don't get cravings often. With my daughter, I had cravings for onions.
Oh, wow.
So that was kind of weird. It was so good. It was actually really good. If I talk about it now, it makes me think about it once again. But when my most recent craving was pizza.
Oh, that's okay. I have that craving all the time. Never been pregnant, so it's fine.
Oh yeah.
I must be pregnant then.
I don't know.
You must, maybe you should.
Take a test.
Figure out what's going on. Christina, when it comes to your boyfriend Matt, how are you going to divvy up the duties with the newborn?
I mean, he can do all the duty, and I can.
Okay, I got it. Okay, there you go. Makes sense.
And I'll do all the rest.
All right, that makes sense.
No, you know what? He's super excited. So we'll figure it out. I think he's gonna be a natural, and I definitely know I can count on him to be very helpful.
All right, here we go. The movie takes place in New Zealand. Adam, you're from next door, Australia. Christina, you're from way out in New Jersey. Jersey girl here too. It's an international project. We thought it would be fun to put you guys to the test, see how well you know each other's slang words. It's a little game we're calling Lost in Translation. You ready for this? Here we go.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, we'll start with you, Adam. What is the New Jersey meaning of the word jug handle? A, what you use to grab a jug. B, a turning lane. C, bra strap.
What? Hold on. What's B and C? I couldn't hear probably that.
She said a turning lane, or A is what you use to grab a jug, or C
is a bra strap.
Yes.
Bra strap.
No, it's a turning lane.
Actually, yeah. Guess what, Adam? I was also very confused about that. All right, here we go. Moving on. Christina, what is the Aussie meaning of the word bludger? Bludger. A, a person who's lazy. B, a person who likes to fight. C, a person who is bald.
I'll go with a bludger. Oh, it is a right bludger. I feel like this is what I'd hear from you or something. We'll go with C, a person who's bald.
It's A, person who is lazy.
Darn.
It turns out. Also, I'm learning things here too. Okay, here we go.
All right, Adam, what is the new meaning of the word Jimmy? A, ice cream sprinkles. B, door handle. C, light bulb.
What's it mean in Jersey?
Door handle?
Oh, no. It's sprinkles.
Ice cream sprinkles.
Ice cream sprinkles. But I'm from North. Right, I'm from North
Jimmy
Jersey.
on their ice cream?
So nobody says that.
Apparently it's a South Jersey thing.
Yeah.
We don't know. Anyway, all right, Christina, here we go. What's the Aussie meaning of the word stubby? A, cactus. B, hat. C, beer bottle.
Oh my gosh, you're killing me. I'm gonna drink a stubby. No. Put a stubby on your head. No. Mate, cactus? A, cactus.
You should. You need to drink. You need to drink a stubby. It's beer bottle.
Oh, beer bottle.
And according to our Australian director, apparently it's also a type of shorts, like stubby shorts.
That's short rugby shorts.
See, Adam confirms.
All right, Adam. See,
almost done. Here we go.
You obviously know a lot about that kind of knowledge, but who is being referred to when
Australian knowledge,
yeah, he's got it.
Who is being referred to when New Jerseyans say boss? A, Beyonce. B, Al Pacino. C, Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah, there we go.
I was worried that if you didn't get that, a lot of Jerseyans would be bothering you.
I think this might be our last one. Christina, what is the Aussie meaning of dog's breakfast? A, messy, B, late, C, big.
Ooh, I'll go with C, big.
It's dog's breakfast. Very messy. A. Yeah.
Messy.
Messy. Yeah, it's like a dog's breakfast in there.
Wins.
I guess.
Okay, we've got one.
Oh, there's one more. Okay.
Last one. We're throwing in a bonus question for Christina to answer. What are budgie smugglers? Ooh.
That's what they are. It's like a speedo. It's a speedo.
Adam. That's my nickname for Adam, but I'll go with the budgie smuggler. We'll go with the little underwear that we just saw.
That's right. It's like a speedo.
Yeah, I would think it's not a parakeet.
Because there was a picture.
There was literally a picture. Yeah.
They're good sports.
Guys, thank you so much for playing along. It's really good to talk to you. We're all learning new things here. Be sure to check out Falling in Love. It hits Netflix on August 29th. Thanks, guys.
It's a song that had everyone excited for the weekend, and it's also the song that launched Nikki and Gabby DiMartino's highly successful YouTube career, Rebecca Black's Friday.
Yes, we remember it, we love it, sort of. Before launching their mega popular Nikki and Gabby channel, they had an earlier channel. It was called 00 Remake Girls, and when the twins stopped by to chat about their new song, Hair Tie, we decided to take a look back in time, and they revealed their most embarrassing video from their remake days. Watch.
I'm specifically thinking of our Wrecking Ball cover, Gabby. Like, that is cringe.
I'm Nikki. And I'm Gabby. And today we're going to be singing Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus.
We were in our parents' living room, and like we put the lyrics on the TV, but it was nighttime, so you could see the reflection in the window of the lyrics on the screen. And like we're looking up, singing the lyrics. And we're swaying. And like we didn't have vocal coaching back then. Like we were okay, but like flat and sharp in some parts.
But I think the realness of it is probably what fans want, right?
Yeah.
It's just like
that's the video that pops up in my head.
Always sway.
And it's like, wow, they really tried. They really put in effort. What remake would you be the most proud of?
Oh, we remade Friday by Rebecca Black like to a T. Because her video was taken down at the time, so people were still looking up like Rebecca Black Friday, and we're like, this is a good way to get views, like, and make our thumbnail look just like hers, and like people are gonna click on our video. And that's honestly what launched Remake Girls, and without that like big following on Remake Girls, we wouldn't have started the second channel, which was now the main channel, Nikki and Gabby.
So her video getting taken down actually was part of the impetus that just launched you guys.
Wow. But we didn't plan that. We just actually liked the video Friday, but everyone hated it.
Yeah.
I just realized we were like low-key savage with that. We were, yeah.
Kinda,
but
like,
what if we didn't do that? What would have happened to Remake Girls?
We'll never know.
They've really evolved. And not everybody hated Friday. I liked it. These days, Nikki and Gabby cover everything from fashion, beauty, life with a side of pranks.
Yes, so many prank videos on their channel, and some of them were very funny. I had to ask if any of their pranks went totally wrong.
It got taken down off YouTube because it was promoting danger.
Wait, what was it?
Oh my God.
It was like promoting like...
I almost died.
Wait, what happened?
She didn't. Yes, I did. If Nate's friend wasn't at the bottom of the steps to catch me, I could have broken my neck and died.
Shut up.
I fell down an entire flight of steps.
Dude, what was
I did a home invasion prank during the time where people were clowning was a thing.
Oh my God.
And they had masks on too.
Hey, clowning freaked me out even just watching the videos. I would have been the person
up
like...
with that? Please,
what was up with that? That was the scariest thing ever.
That is not coming in back this
Yeah.
Halloween. That is not.
No.
In real life.
No, this is not the day and age to do that kind of stuff. People are going to legitimately
Wait, Halloween's coming up. It's not a good idea.
All right, guys, look at these pictures. Look amazing. These lunches look good enough to eat. And maybe we'll eat them today. With the new school year just around the corner, your kids need lunches that are healthy and fun. Here to talk about these unique lunches and more is the Lunchbox Dad himself, Bo Coffrin. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks so much for having me.
Great to talk to you. Yeah. And by the way, guys, to help us put these lunches and pack these back-to-school lunches are my daughters, my little girls, Ava and Allie. Girly girls, high fives. Come on, here we go, here we go. Woo! There we go.
Yeah.
Allie, okay. Bo, tell us what we're making today. Walk us through it.
Yeah, we're going to make this I Love You Heart lunch. And this is something great just to send with your kids to school. And so I need some help. You guys ready to help me?
You ready to do this? Okay, here we go.
So one of the best things we can do for tip-wise is we use cookie cutters in my house.
Love that.
And so how about you do that one?
Are we just doing one piece at a time?
One piece at a time.
All right.
And do you want to do this one for me?
Yeah.
All right. So just you got to press down really hard.
Press really hard. Okay,
Yeah.
all around the edges. Oh, good job, Allie. Oh my goodness, Ava, good job. Yeah, you got to really press. Good job. All right, I think we got it, Adley girl.
Okay, and you might want to wiggle it around
Wiggle
a little
it like
bit.
this a little bit.
So we need 2 of those hearts.
Do we just peel away the side?
You can peel away the side.
Okay, Adley, you want to peel this away? Keep it there. Push down hard.
Yeah.
Look, we can.
There we
peel
go.
this away
Just like that. Oh, there
look
you
at
go.
that.
There's
Okay.
a heart right there. And so the great thing about cookie cutters is it makes it easy for parents to do something really quick that makes their lunches fun. And I like to start with fruit a lot of times. And so I'm gonna just do over here. I'm gonna be the one using these knives.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna cut this green apple.
Let me just say while you're cutting that out of the gate, time is of the essence for me with everything.
Yes.
Average lunchbox that you do. How long are we talking?
Well, for something like this, probably 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, that's not bad.
Absolutely, that's
We
not
can't do
bad
that.
at all. So especially when you're using cookie cutters. And so I'm gonna, right here, I'm just using another different shaped heart.
Got it,
cookie
okay.
cutter.
So for the apple.
For the apple, and we're gonna put this right in there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna make another.
Let me scoot this over.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so can you do one more heart for me over here?
Do another heart
With
there,
that?
and then you can do another heart here. How about
Yeah.
that? All right.
That would be
Girls,
perfect.
what's your favorite shape in a food? I think heart's got to be right up there, right?
Heart.
Yeah.
Heart, yeah.
Yeah, you
There
dig
we
in the
go.
heart? Do we like the big or the small heart?
Oh, love it, love it. All right, I think you got it right there.
Adley, good job on the metal
Perfect,
heart
you
over
did
there.
so
Okay.
good.
Abe's here, let's pull this away.
All right, I'm gonna make another heart with this red apple. And the cool thing, this is something I just started doing and discovering, and I don't know why I haven't thought of it before, but the cool thing is you can use the same cutter on fruit like this, and you just push it in there.
I love this. Let me show what we're
and make
doing
it fruit.
here.
You can see another one right here that I did.
Okay.
And then you could just do that, super easy. Now, you guys ready to make some sandwiches?
Yeah.
All right, we got all the pieces, I think, ready, except for one. I'm gonna take your little heart right there. Well, you guys spread on.
Ooh, some
Let's see, let me put a little bit on. You're gonna have peanut butter here. Let me put a little bit on for you.
We doing some jelly too?
So that is actually Smucker's natural fruit spread, and that is the
Excuse me.
strawberry flavor.
I thought it was just a jelly. Pardon me.
It is. My kids would correct you because it is some of their favorite stuff right now.
Ladies, get ready for
Yes.
this natural fruit spread and peanut butter
Yes.
sandwich. You're gonna love it.
I love this because it has the first ingredient is fruit, and so like I said, I asked for fruit quite
absolutely.
a lot.
Yeah,
and so
we
we're
want
gonna put
low
some on
sugar
there.
is the key. All I'm
Yeah.
looking at these days is 0 sugar.
And
Where do you get
yeah.
inspiration for these? Obviously, the heart thing's great. Where do you come up with it day to day?
It's usually my kids.
Yeah?
And so whatever they're into at the time, we're gonna put that right there.
Ooh, okay.
And then
pretty yummy,
we are going to put a little bit more of this fruit spread on.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so what if it's the movies, books, TV shows, anything like that, whatever they're into, that's what I try and make them.
One of the cool things that you've managed to do is make a really big deal out of this. I mean, you've got a huge following. People look to you for advice on this stuff. What was the very first cool
put that in
lunchbox?
there?
Go ahead, pop it in the big one. What was the very first lunchbox creation you did? Do you remember?
My very first one, yeah, it was Hello Kitty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, can you make 2 hearts for me right there?
So here we go, putting it together here. The thing I love about this, and I mean, obviously with the girls, like, look, we do fun stuff together, right? All the time. I'm the best dad in the world. That goes without saying clearly. However, the cool thing is when you can include your kids in doing things, it makes it
Right.
fun. I would imagine easier and more likely for them to eat it. How often are these lunches coming back fully eaten? Because I know for us, that's a huge challenge. It's like here comes the whole thing.
Not very often, because the great thing is, gosh, so good. You did so good. Can you put that right there? So the great thing is that when my daughter would tell you that when she's had fruit and vegetables in fun shapes that she hasn't tried before, she has no problem eating it. And some of the stuff she likes, some of it she doesn't. But it's great because we get to discover new food that's on the healthier side that she will eat just in regular shapes.
What's something that's healthy that maybe you discovered that perhaps parents don't generally think of as sort of, oh, here's a good alternative that's a healthy treat?
Healthy treat. So, like I said, we use fruit and vegetables quite a bit. My daughter likes these sweet peppers. That's what these are right here, sweet peppers.
Girls, you like those too, right? We usually do that with a little hummus.
Yeah, a little hummus is great. Dips are one of the great things with, especially vegetables. Right. You could, or with fruit, you could do like a yogurt dip. You could do a nut-free spread dip like that. You could do a honey dip. You could do hummus, like you said. We love that.
What's the number one question you get from parents that give you feedback about, like, okay, I want to do this, and you know,
it's
starting
usually,
point?
Yeah, it's usually where do I start? And so I always tell them start with cookie cutters, like we just did right here, and start simple. Yeah, let's turn this around.
Start with the cookie cutters,
Yeah.
start simple, and then kind of create as you go.
Yeah,
I love the idea also of, just including your kids in it. Girls, what's your
Absolutely.
favorite lunch? What do you love to eat for lunch? Favorite lunch? What is it? What do you think?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, how about peanut butter and natural fruit spread? Because that's even better. How about you?
My favorite
lunch
is tomato soup.
Ooh, good one.
With the what? Grilled cheese sandwich? Is that what you're gonna say? Or just the soup? We're sticking with just the soup. Okay, good.
Yeah, straight soup.
I
and
love
you
that
said you
too.
like apples too, right?
Yeah, so this is perfect.
It's amazing what kids can discover when you put stuff in a fun way that they're like, I want to eat this from now on.
Yeah.
Or at least for the next week, right?
Yeah.
Kids' taste buds change by the week.
Girls, would you eat this entire thing at school, or would you come back and give me all the tomatoes?
Oh,
You will eat the entire
high
thing.
Five.
High
Can I get a
five
high
right
five
there.
for that?
Yeah. Even would you eat the entire thing?
All right, high five.
Including the tomatoes? And the peppers?
Yeah.
And the popcorn?
Yeah.
Okay, high five. Boom.
Well, the popcorn's
Love it.
for dessert.
What's that?
The popcorn's
The popcorn's for dessert. There you go.
Makes a lot of sense. Bo, this is great. This is really helpful.
Thanks so much
you.
for having me on.
Really appreciate it, guys. Here it is. Hold it up, girls. Don't spill it, but you can both hold it right there while I read this, okay? Thank you for being here, Bo, and showing us how to make these fun and unique lunches. Avon and Adley, thank you for helping us out. Thank you for holding that dish so perfectly and not spilling it. You can eat it in a minute. For more ways to punch up your kid's lunch, you can head to lunchboxdad.com.
Or at Lunchbox Dad on all my social handles.
At LunchboxDad on all the social handles. And you can go to @TheJeremy if you just want to have a fun time.
There you go.
Coming up next week, guys, could we see a Drake and Josh reunion? Drake Bell will be here, and we are asking him all about that.
Plus, we're joined live by Dwayne Chapman, aka Dog the Bounty Hunter. We'll see how he's been holding up since his wife passed away and talk about the premiere of another season of Dogs Most Wanted. Thanks for watching, and for now, we leave you with one last thing from Amy Duggar and her husband, Dylan King. Have a great weekend.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Amy King, and this is my husband, Dylan King. And this is one last thing.
Oh, here we go.
The last date night we had was last night. We ordered a white pie, New York style, in bed. Last song stuck in my head. Okay, you sang Jingle Bells the other day.
No, I think the last actual song that's stuck in my head is either I think it's
Drake.
Luke Combs. I think it has
Or Drake.
anything with Luke Combs right
I
now.
can rap some Drake. Last dessert,
I don't eat desserts.
ice cream all the time
I eat your
in my
leftover
freezer.
dessert. I eat your leftover desserts.
Yeah, and you get sick because you're lactose.